board. Bit of a smile on his face as he's attacking with a ragtag group of creatures.
You know what's great about humility against elves? Sometimes it really matters, and sometimes it's just not even a card in play.
Yep.
These were already just 1/1s that were only attacking you anyway, so whatever.
Cradle going to tap for a bunch of mana here. There's an Elvish Visionary. That won't draw a card.
No big deal.
It's a bit of a deal.
Just another beater.
Yep. A bunch of mana. How about a natural order? What are we going to get here besides a 1/1? Hoey going through his deck here, looking for something in particular. Crater of Behemoth. Oh, excuse me, a Whirlspine Worm, which is a 1/1? I believe. Yeah. You see them high five about that. They are having a ball.
So this is an 11 mana 1/1 with no powers.
Yeah.
It actually has some powers, but not right now.
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Sometimes the early rounds of the Legacy Opens are just a riot.
Oh, well, we're definitely in riot territory here.
The tournament has a tendency to congeal as you get towards the top of the standings. You see your various Stoneforge Mystic, Delver of Secrets, Sneak and Show type strategies. But early on, it's usually an open landscape here of weird interactions and utter nonsense.
My favorite.
Mine too.
There's a Thought Cast, sure, why not? A couple artifact lands out there. That'll power up the old draw too. Hit 1, hit 2. There was a Tower of the Magistrate among the cards that were drawn. That's going to get discarded, I think, to Mox Diamond. Absolutely. What's next? There's a Chalice of the Void on 1. That's a little late to the party. Well, Rob just has to pass back.
It does set up Rob to potentially either find Supreme Verdict or be able to get Ensnaring Bridge lock established.
Yeah, there's
Chalice for 1 can do some good work if Rob finds some other answer.
Yeah, there's an attack for 6, has to pass the turn back, does Hoey over to Rob, who does have a copy of Ensnaring Bridge in his hand right now. The question is, can he get his hand empty? Now, that's a Thopter Foundry. I'm not sure if he has a copy of Sword of the Meek in the bin, but if so, things are going to get real ugly real fast.
Well, even Thopter Foundry just in play, sacrificing artifact lands is pretty good against this board.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but it does give Rob quite a bit of breathing space.
So now he's going to go rearranging. There is Thopter Foundry.
The standard open trial is $10 and starts at 3 o'clock.
Just going to pass the turn back, it looks like.
Yeah, again, just trying to get a Ensnaring Bridge established.
At this point, it looks like he's happy with the Thopter, which means he definitely has a Sword of the Meek in the graveyard. I would like to assume. I mean, he can't sacrifice the lands. He can sacrifice Chalice of the Void, things of that nature, as you did mention. But it looks like he may have a sword in the bin to get the combo going. We're going to find out either way here in just a second once Hoey either does or does not attack.
Yeah, if he has a sword in the graveyard, it's a disaster for Matt. Even still, Thopter Foundry is pretty good on this board. Thopter Foundry plus Humility, that is a combo.
Yeah.
That's a combo.
Yeah, it is. And that's the combo that Rob is employing here. To some success, sitting at 2-1 in Game 3 against the very accomplished Matthew Hoey. And Hoey may not be attacking this turn as he looks a little frustrated now.
Yeah.
Thinking, what the heck happened here?
How is this what I'm playing against right now?
Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, and he's passing the turn back. That means I have to believe he's got a sword in the bin, if that's the case. Now, maybe he doesn't want to sacrifice any of the artifact lands that are in play. Maybe he does. Tough to say. And it looks like he's going to go reaching now. So he's going to sacrifice the Darksteel Citadel to make a 1/1. And he's reaching in the graveyard. There is your Sword of the Meek.
Yep.
It's fun time. Give me those Thopters. I'll tell you what we need. We need someone to win an Invitational and be a Thopter.
Okay.
That's what we need. Jerry, if he ever comes back, that'll be his job, I think. He's already got Dark Depths. He just needs Thopter now.
Yeah.
Bang. I could see a robotic flying Jerry.
Pretty easy.
Super easy.
Some steel-colored dye job on his hair.
Done and done.
This is pretty simple.
Yeah. So you see the Thopters are going to start coming into play here. Rob's going to start gaining some life. And if you've never seen this combo in action before, Patrick, if you don't mind explaining it for our viewers at home.
So you have a sword in your graveyard, you sacrifice an artifact to make a 1/1 through the Thopter Foundry. This triggers the Sword of the Meek, equips onto the 1/1. You can then sacrifice the sword to make a 1/1. That again triggers the sword because it's in your graveyard when the 1/1 comes into play. Rinse and repeat. So for every mana that you have, you can generate a 1/1 flyer and gain a life.
And this was a combo that was very, very popular in Extended for a little while. Jerry Thompson actually kind of the brainchild putting those two pieces together, Dark Depths and Vampire Hexmage, along with Thopter Foundry plus Sword of the Meek. You could tutor for those pieces with Muddle the Mixture. You could also just stumble upon them in your draw steps or with Thirst for Knowledge. So either one of those combos could get the job done. And it was a very, very tough deck to beat because if you needed to kill people fast, you could with the 2020. And if you wanted to go long, well, you could with this unstoppable army of flyers.
Yeah, and Rob is establishing a really powerful mixture of Ensnaring Bridge plus the Thopter Foundry, where he can draw a card in his turn, be able to attack with his 1/1s, play the card that he drew because he has sufficient mana, which locks Matt out of attacking on the way back, rinse and repeat.
Now let's not forget here, you saw the block there with the World Spine Worm in front of the Thopter Foundry token, because even though those Thopters typically do have flying with humility, they don't. So they're just 1/1s as well. So Hoey can block a bunch of them if he would like to with his 1/1s, but if he's blocking, chances are he's probably losing. So there is, looks like an Engineered Explosives on 1.
Yep.
Now, should that be countered from Chalice or no?
Matt's tapping here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters anyway, but there's a chance that should have been countered since he did cast it for 1. But at the end of the day, Rob with his 4-color Thopter deck does defeat Matt Hoey 2-1 via